Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where it is time for probably the biggest game of the season so far. It is Leicester City against Liverpool, second versus first. Who would have predicted that these two would be battling each other for the Premier League title? I know we're only 3 days away from Christmas, 2 days from Christmas, sorry, but I have been joined by a really lovely friend, and congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. Antony Howard, aka LCFC Boya. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm absolutely grand. And as you say, I've just reached 2K this morning, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. And just everything in general in terms of football, I'm just very happy about and couldn't really be in a better place with Leicester.
Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. And, to get 2,000 subscribers in a short period of time as well is absolutely brilliant. But thoroughly deserved. Obviously, I will leave Antony's YouTube and obviously Twitter in the description below. But let's get into this preview. We were obviously talking off air, and I honestly have to say this. I never thought for a minute Leicester City were title challengers. I would have immediately thought that Man City would be our closest challengers, but fair play to you guys. How would you sum up your season as a whole so far?
Incredible, just absolutely brilliant. It's like cloud nine, and I just think we need to keep the momentum going for the second half of the season, and there's no reason why we can't qualify for a Champions League space if we do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say that some of your play this year has been just sensational. Jamie Vardy's on an absolute another level from his, the 2015-2016 season. I know he did his 11 and 11, but this season he's just absolutely on fire. Do you think he can win the Golden Boot?
I think he will win the Golden Boot. I said that at the start of the season, but it was almost a bit of a tongue-in-cheek comment before the season started, if you know what I mean. But I actually started to believe what I said at the start of the season now.
Yeah. We have to basically go into this game. It's a huge game. Obviously on Amazon Prime, it's at 8:00 on Boxing Day. How are you feeling going into the game?
Confident. We haven't lost at home in 8 months, I believe. And under Brendan Rodgers, we've only lost one game at home, and that was to Newcastle midway through last season. So I'm very confident. But at the same time, I know we're underdogs going into it, and you guys are expected to come to Leicester and win.
Yeah, obviously we are returning after obviously the Club World Cup, which we won, which is brilliant. But obviously you guys lost to Manchester City at the weekend. You were there. How did you feel going out of that game? Did you feel like something like, okay, we've lost, let's go and obviously focus on Liverpool and West Ham after that, or did you go away from the game thinking you were very, very fortunate to not concede maybe a couple of more to City?
I think it was one of those, even before the season starts, you look at Anfield, you look at the Etihad, those were two sort of hardest places to go in the Premier League. We went there. We got beaten by the better team, and it's frustrating, but at the same time, you move on. We're having an absolutely outstanding season. You don't want to dwell on one bad performance.
No, absolutely not. You were on a run of 10 games with 10 games unbeaten, and then obviously last week against Man City, obviously you lost that game. But yeah, your last loss was obviously against us in October, and you actually said to me off air that you went away from the game thinking you could have got something, and I have to say, you probably deserved something from the game in October.
Yeah, it was a moment of madness from Albrighton that cost us getting anything from that game. But the thing that I was so impressed with after that game was the response and the mentality of the team. Of next week, just incredible performance after incredible performance after the disappointment of losing to you guys.
Yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Leicester City. I think that's a bit of an understatement. I think everyone is definitely. So obviously some key battles this coming Thursday. Obviously Vardy versus Van Dijk. I'm looking forward to that one, I must admit.
So am I, but I think it may end up being sort of Vardy against Trent or Vardy against Robertson a little bit more, because he does drift into the wide channels, with sometimes sort of Maddison filling in down the middle, not as a second striker, but almost dropping in behind, allowing movement of Perez and Barnes. So it may end up being sort of Vardy running over fullbacks a bit more.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then obviously we've got on the other side, obviously Trent against. Will it be Harvey Barnes? Do you think?
Probably. I hope it's not. I like Harvey Barnes, but I think some time away from the team would do him a world of good. But it probably will be Trent against Barnes.
Yeah, I mean Harvey Barnes. To be fair, he is having a good season, but has been a little bit in and out of the team, hasn't he, recently?
I'd say he's having a decent season, but the thing about Barnes is his numbers look good, but when you actually watch him play, there's a lot missing in his game.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously on your side, we've got obviously Pereira against Mane. I'm really looking forward to that. Because
that'd be fun.
For me, Ricardo Pereira has been sensational this season. He has really impressed me this season.
Yeah, I'd say I know you're going to say this sounds biased, but I would say he's the best right back in the league. I know your guys are going to say Trent, but for me, the way Ricardo links up play and the movement that he has and the ability to take a man on, as well as defending so well, I think he is the complete right back.
Yeah, I mean, obviously defensively he's brilliant, and in attacking he's brilliant as well. But let's just agree that Trent and Pereira are definitely better than Wan-Bissaka.
100%. 100%. You need a modern fullback to be able to go forward if you're going to be a top side. So, for me, Saka, he may turn into an incredible attacking fullback, but he's not there yet. Defensively, he's very good, but going forward, it's not there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously you've got Soyuncu and Evans versus Firmino. And let's just talk about Kaglar Soyuncu. This was a guy that was coming in to the Leicester City team, and everyone was like, okay, can he replace Harry Maguire? Boy, has he answered that. He has been sensational this season.
He's replaced him and some. He's better than Maguire's ever been for us, which is like selling the world's most expensive defender and then to have someone who sat on the bench for the whole of last year to come in and play even better than what Maguire was is just ridiculous. Full credit to him. And I really do hope we can hold on to him going into next season, because obviously, as it happens, you get a player playing as well as he is, there's interest from other clubs.
Yeah, I mean obviously there has been lots of rumours over Man City going for him, but obviously they do need a centre-back. But Kaglar Soyuncu is right up there, and actually he's in my fantasy football team, so I'm been really impressed with him, and he's getting so many points as well, and he's chipped in with a few assists and obviously a few goals as well. So
I think something that he does very well is, but Maguire didn't do so well, is he plays the ball a lot quicker than Maguire ever did, because with Maguire, he's known for it. He steps into the midfield and then plays the ball, so he sort of can slow the ball down a bit. But Soyuncu doesn't step into the midfield as much. He'll just play the ball straight away.
Midfield battle is going to be key. Now, for me, I'm not sure what our midfield's going to be. We'll obviously come into team predictions and obviously lineups very soon. How do you see the midfield battle being in this game, do you think?
Well, I was talking to Craig about this last night on the Anfield Agenda, and it's hard to predict this when you have no idea what the midfield that they're going to be playing up against is. Because for us, I'm 90% sure our midfield will be Ndidi with Tielemans and then Maddison.
Yeah, I think that is probably going to be it as well. Obviously, you've got Dennis Pratt and obviously reserve. How impressive have you been since he's joined?
Oh, he's so good. Like, he's one of those players, unless you're a Leicester fan and you sort of watch us a lot, you're not going to recognise how good he is. But he could start over Tielemans potentially. Tielemans looked a bit leggy against Man City, so and if Prayet did start, I would have no problem with that. He's technically so good. The way he reads the game is brilliant, and he's just a brilliant technical footballer. Sounding like Brendan Rodgers here, isn't I?
Yeah. I mean, yes, you are, but to an extent, Brendan Rodgers has done really, really well since he came into Leicester. So all credit has to go to him, and I'm really glad for him because obviously he did well at Liverpool, just unfortunately not bringing the Premier League title. And I'm actually scared to say that he could be the man to stop Jurgen Klopp from getting it. That would make some headline. Rodgers returns to haunt Liverpool. That would be very, very.
I think for me, even if hypothetically speaking, even if we do beat you on Boxing Day, I still think you'll go on and win the league. There's too big a gap now for you to slip it.
Can I be honest with you? I think we couldn't afford to lose against you guys, and then I think go on another massive win run, because at this moment in time, I cannot see Man City going on a run like they did last season, and I think they are more capable of dropping more points along the way as well.
You're talking about Man City, but you're forgetting we're a point ahead of them.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, I can't see where you guys are going to drop points. Hopefully this game, but after that, I mean, you've gone on such an amazing run that you are really capable of doing it again. What was your targets at the start of the season, do you think?
Well, I did a Premier League prediction video on my channel, and for me, I said that if we could break into the top 6 and get a Europa League space, that would be absolutely incredible season. So we're far exceeding anything that anyone really expected of us.
I absolutely agree, and to be honest, I had you 6th this season. I'm not.
Yeah, that's where I had us as well. So
I had you above Arsenal, and I had you just under sort of Manchester United and Chelsea. But obviously, yeah, Manchester United are obviously below you, and it has to be said. I think you did really well to get 80 million off Man United for Harry Maguire.
I said it at the time. I'd struck called salty, bitter, and stuff. I said it at the time. He wasn't our best centre back last year. Johnny Evans was a better centre back than him. But because it was Harry Maguire, England centre-back, Harry Maguire, World Cup scoring centre-back, everyone rated him so much higher. He makes mistakes, and now people are going to believe me, but he's a good centre-back. He's not an elite centre-back.
And he's not worth 80 million. Let's just put it that way as well. Obviously, another battle that is going to be very, very interesting is Mohamed Salah against Ben Chilwell. Now, Ben Chilwell, will probably become England's first choice left back as soon as probably in the Euros, I would say. How impressive has he been? Chilwell?
First choice last year, though. He's played every game apart from 2, I think.
Yeah. How impressive has he been this season?
He's been hit and miss, being honest. He has been very hit and miss. Going forward, he offers a lot more than he does defensively. Defensively, he can switch off and sort of find himself quite sort of isolated because he pushes out too far sometimes, and then sometimes he's too slow to react. But I don't want to criticise him because he is a young player. Majority of his performances have been very good, but there are occasions where you think he doesn't do the simple things.
Yeah, and another man that seems to be coming into his game recently is Kelechi Iheanacho.
Oh, he is magic.
We still haven't forgiven you for the miss last season, but we have. But to be honest with you, since he's come in, he's scoring again.
He's scored he's got 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 games, but it's such a small amount of games. He did look good in 2 of those 3 games, but it's, as I was saying, such a small amount of time to see if he has actually turned a corner or if it was just sort of a couple of sort of flash in the pan moments, if you get what I mean. So he'll need to have a bit more game time, but that's going to be very hard when you've got probably the best striker in the league right now in a one-striker formation he's trying to compete against.
Absolutely. He's been absolutely brilliant, has Jamie Vardy. Right, team lineups. Let's get into team lineups. What do you think is the Leicester City team for the game on Thursday?
So I was a bit 50-50 with which formation to go with. I've gone with the 4-1-4-1, which is the formation that we've played against most teams where we've tried to be on the front foot and take the game to the opposition. So it's for 4 centre-backs, one holding midfielder, who's a bit of a pivot, and then you've got Tielemans and Maddison in front with the left and right mid and the striker. So let's start off in goal. We've got Schmeichel, who will be our captain, who saved us a lot against Man City. It could have been a lot worse if we didn't have Kasper in goal. And then left back will be Chilwell with Siunchu and Evans as a centre-back partnership, which is a partnership I really like. They partner each other really well because Evans is a bit slower but reads the game so well and is experienced and calm. And then Siunchu is just absolutely rapid. I don't know if you saw that he's recorded the fastest sprint speed out of any player in the Premier League so far this season. And then at right back, we've got Ricardo Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
Then as we move to the one midfielder, it'll be Ndidi, who will sit in front of the back four, give players like Chilwell, Pereira that freedom to get forward, as well as the two midfielders in front of him, give them that option of sort of going forward and not needing to worry about behind them getting exposed behind, because you've got such a good player who can read the game and cut the supply out from the opposition. So he's probably our most important player in my opinion. Then in front of them we've got Tielemans and Maddison, obviously creative, but something that's sort of gone under the radar about Maddison this year is his defensive numbers have increased so much, and he's on a par with Jordan Henderson in terms of the defensive numbers he's doing this year. So it's a massive plus and a massive improvement in his game. And then on the left-hand side, I've gone with Barnes. You might see Gray. I'm 50-50 about that. On the right, Iosi Perez, and then up front, Vardy.
Yeah. Iosi Perez loves a hat-trick against Southampton, doesn't he?
Yeah. Iosi Perez is a weird one because I would say he's our best winger, but he's not a winger, and that just shows sort of that is the weakness in our team. The fact that we've got a striker playing on the wing, and that's our best winger.
Yeah, I mean that team is just something else. I mean, you've got a really good squad this season. Do you feel like you need to add to the squad at all?
Yeah, 100%. We need another centre back. We need at least one winger, preferably two, and probably another striker to compete with Vardy. Because as good as Iheanacho's been over the last couple of games, you can't depend on someone who's scored something like 4 goals in the last 2 seasons in the Premier League. So you can't depend on that. So for me, we definitely need to build on it, because if you stand still in football, everyone else will move past you.
Yeah. And obviously with that team, it's well. Right, Liverpool team. Now, obviously, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain did go off against Flamenco. Now, I don't know what the severity of that is, so I don't think he will make this game. So, goalkeeper will obviously be Arsene Becker. He was absolutely outstanding against Flamenco, not going to lie. He did keep us in the game. Right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Really looking forward to that battle. If it's obviously Trent against Barnes or Trent against Gray, because I thought Trent in that game actually defended really, really well, and that's something he needs to improve is defending. But against Flamenco, he was absolutely outstanding. And then obviously the 2 centre backs were Joe Gomez, my man of the match against Flamenco. But he was brilliant. Read everything, headed everything away. He was really back to his best, which I'm really glad about, because I think Gomez has been really harshly criticised recently. And then obviously it'll be Virgil van Dijk, and then obviously Andy Robertson at left back. And now this is the interesting one, the midfield 3. I'm going to go Gini Wijnaldum, I'm going to go Naby Keita, and I'm going to go Jordan Henderson, and then up front you've got Mane, Firmino, and Salah.
That's strong. Well, obviously a strong team all around. The midfields could be a bit, but if we can get on the front foot, that'll probably be where we can control the game. Because I know for you guys, you've got like that workhorse midfield, but it's not really the ideal midfield that you guys will want to be playing.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I would like to see Ox to play, but he isn't going to make it. I'm pretty sure he is still on crutches as far as I'm aware. But yeah, that midfield battle is going to be very, very key, and I'm looking forward to obviously the Robertson against Perez might be a bit interesting, because there's been a lot of. I remember the game at Anfield, and Perez did get under the nose of Andy Robertson.
Yeah, and I think Robertson's normally so calm, so Perez must have done something to rattle him.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think he has actually become a bit of a hard man. I know that's really a bad thing to say, but he has actually started to become a little bit of a. He's so strong. I think he is. I think he's a winner as well, Robertson. I think you can say, and then obviously Trent Alexander. I honestly, both of them are still having their big assist and goals battle at the moment. How are Chilwell and Pereira doing for that assists?
But I think their assists are, I think they're incredible. But Pereira's got a lot more goals than Chilwell does.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can tell Pereira used to be a winger in the way that he carries the ball. He runs at players like a winger, not like a fullback. But then defensively, I think his defensive numbers are the best as any right back in the league, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, you've conceded the least amount of goals this season as well. So it is going to be a very, very hard game. I'm not gonna lie. 8:00 on Boxing Day, though. I mean, that's
just awful.
It is. I mean, Liverpool fans will not get back till probably midnight, or something like that.
It was last year. When we played you at Anfield, it was a Wednesday at 8:00.
Yep.
I didn't get home till 4 that morning.
Oh my goodness.
Because it was snowing. It was just absolutely awful, and I know we got a draw, but it was just an awful away day.
Oh, I can imagine. I can definitely imagine that. So, yeah, fingers crossed that it won't be a snowy occasion. So yeah, you're unbeaten in 8 months at the King Power. So you must be confident, thinking that you can get something from us.
Yeah, when I went on to Craig's Anfield agenda last night, I said that I reckon we're going to win 2-1, which I know, again, on here is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but at home we're so much stronger.
Yeah, you are. Right, got to push you. Prediction, what are you going to go?
2-1. Sticking with it.
2-1 Leicester. Okay.
Yeah.
This is really hard because at this moment in time, I would take a draw. I'm going to put my neck on the line, and I'm going to say that we get the win, but it'll be a classic affair. I think there will be goals. I think there will be goals. I'm going to go 3-2 to Liverpool.
Yeah. I know you said that you think there's going to be goals. I reckon it's going to be quite a tight game because defensively we haven't leaked a lot, and you haven't tended to concede a lot. So I can't see it being too many goals.
Yeah, maybe by a goal or something. But be a very interesting game. I mean, I've been totally impressed with Leicester City, and I think if they were to win this game, then it could spur them on to maybe catch Liverpool. But let's just take one game at a time. Definitely. Antony, fantastic for you to come back on and do a Leicester City preview with me. Leicester City Liverpool preview, I should say. Anything you'd like to say before you go?
No, cheers for having me on. And if you guys could check out my channel, it would be massively appreciated. Doing home and away match day vlogs, transfer news, all that kind of good stuff. And we've just reached 2K, so if you guys could come over and check out my channel, that would be great.
And you'll be doing a podcast starting soon as well, won't you?
Yeah, that's not for my channel and stuff. That's through 100% LCFC. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to be starting and stuff, but just gonna have to wait and see. But I do have the intention to be starting a podcast soon.
Yeah, you've done absolutely fantastic in the short period of time. But yeah, go subscribe to Antony's YouTube. He's just hit 2,000 subscribers. Absolutely fantastic job that he has done on his YouTube channel, and obviously go and follow him on Twitter as well. I'll leave his in the description below as well. But thank you very much for joining me, and a Merry Christmas to you. And yeah, good luck on Thursday.
Merry Christmas to you, but I'm not going to say good luck on Thursday. Good luck for the rest of the season after that.
Thank you very much. But I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Probably my Premier League predictions. I probably will do that at some point, and then obviously the SPFL predictions as well. But if you do like my content, please hit the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Big thank you to Antony for joining me. And I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Hopefully, Liverpool come out on top on Thursday. We will see what happens. But anyway, I will go just now. See you all later. Thank you.